What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rob the Rich, Free the Poor, coming to you from a beautiful remote location. You can't see it because of light, but there's a beach out there. This is in Newport Beach. Our friends, our dear friends from Arizona have this beautiful place in Newport Beach. So we are coming to you live. Let's get things started. Today's episode features cocktails from a live bartending gig that I did last Friday, and it was all populated with teachers. So this is going to be 5 cocktails that we have named traditional cocktails that have been renamed to honor the year from hell. That's what we're calling us. Those of us who have been teaching, you know, my wife and I have been teaching a really, really long time, and I can't imagine being a rookie teacher in this last year of hybrid and distance and all this learning. So we have a lot of cocktails that fit into that theme. The first one is actually an airmail, but we have renamed it the Zoom Zombie. The Zoom Zombie is the affectionate term. Yes, there's sarcasm in that. The affectionate term that we teachers have given to not only children who, when their cameras were on, were like this, if we ever saw their face at all, or we saw a ceiling fan, and then when they came back to hybrid instruction, when it was like, hey, come live if you want to. If you want to stay at home, that's okay. You can come live. It was a complete shit show, boys and girls. And so I have told my students, you need to stop being Zoom zombies. Hello, you're here live now. So at any rate, this one's called the Zoom Zombie, and it's kind of like an airmail. So the airmail is a great sort of daiquiri-esque cocktail, but it uses honey syrup instead of sugar. So we're gonna start with 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup. Made it this morning. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. We have some fresh lime juice. I swear, I squozed it earlier today. See, I'm in these bottles now, and see how it says lime? I swear, it's fresh lime juice, you guys. I would never pour any citrus that was not fresh. And then we need 1.5 ounces of rum. Something tells me that I'm gonna over pour this one, and I'm gonna probably pour this a little closer to 2 ounces, because you know what? I don't have to teach anymore. That's right. I am off until, well, a while. All right, what's left? Lime, honey syrup. Okay, we've got some ice. We're gonna shake this bad boy up, and there's a champagne topper, and then we're gonna do a lime twist. Nice size shake. Cool everything off. 10, 12 seconds maybe? Something like that. All right, where the hell is my Hawthorne strainer? All right, here we go. Yeah. I think, all right, let's pour it. I don't have my usual glassware, but hey, whoever owns this place, they have some pretty good. So we'll just put a big rock in there, and let's do, oh, I need some champagne. So it's got a champagne topper. It's kind of a cool cocktail, the airmail. So it's like a daiquiri-esque kind of thing, but it's got like the French 75 champagne topper. It's really good. So, and then let's rip off a little lime twist. Do I have any taste testers in the background ready to sample this? I hope. They're being very quiet. All right, here she comes. My lovely taste tester. Let me sample it first. This is the Zoom Zombie. What? In the chat. Hi, are you still there? Yeah, it was bad. Oh. That's beautiful. That is lovely. That is if you like mimosas, if you like champagne cocktails, if you like a French 75, you would love the airmail or the Zoom Zombie. The Zoom Zombie. Okay, next one is very close to my heart. This is this one's called "Turn Your Cameras On, Dumbass." It's actually the bee's knees, and this was one of our big challenges that it was like, you know, we did our best to, holding students accountable live is hard enough, but trying to hold students accountable when they're in the remote setting was really hard, especially many of my students. Their parents work for a living, so they're gone, and sometimes, you know, I'd be lucky to see if they were up, and so all we saw, and it was really sad, these just like black boxes on the screen with their names on. And it was the total opposite of any video chat meeting that I've ever been involved in as a professional. It was really sad. I was like, this is the screen generation. I thought, oh, they're gonna dive into this, they're gonna be great. No. They were awful because they sucked for them. They wanted to be live, so I get that. And now that I see them live, I'm just like, I give them this big giant hug. So this is basically a bee's knees, you guys. So we're gonna start out with honey syrup again, ½ an ounce of honey syrup that I made earlier today at our home in Long Beach. And then we're gonna do ½ an ounce of elderflower liqueur. Now this is the little Shetland spin on this bad boy. This is my little spin on this. Just adding a little elderflower liqueur to the bee's knees. I think it just tastes really good. 0.75, ¾ of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. Got some pulp. Got some pulp stuck in the. Hang on, I got some pulp stuck in the chute. All right, there's that. Get my lime juice out of the way, and then 2 ounces of gin. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, folks of all nature. So, last week when I did the live bartending gig, this was a full bottle of the giant Beefeater. This is how much the teachers. Mort, let's go. All right, got you back, my brother. Thank you, Lori. Thank you guys for joining us. I know it's a random day and it's a weird time, but I'm going out of town. I'm going to Temecula tomorrow to taste wine. My God, I could go taste wine again, you guys. Holy shit. So that's happening tomorrow. But anyway, when I did this bartending gig for the teachers at my wife's school last week, this was a full bottle of Beefeater. They love this cocktail. I couldn't make it fast enough. Dang, I should have put out a tip jar, man. All right, so let's do 2 ounces of that. Oh, my 1 or 2 diehards. I got Aunt Lori, I love you, and Phil, I love you too, man. Thanks for so much for being with me on this kind of weird show. All right, got the gin, I got the elderflower, I got my honey syrup, got lemon juice, and then lemon twist. All right, cool. Just put a little ice in this. All right, what do we want to serve this in? Let's do, I'm kind of limited on the glassware. It's kind of like the Irish bar glassware deal, but that'll work. All right, here we go. Nice ice shake. Get that going. Oh, hey, Kiana's mom. Oh, good to see you. I love your family so much. All right, here we go. Thank you for joining us. All right.
That's a good shake, honey.
Yes, that's right. That's a box 5 shake.
That is a box 5.
That's a box 5 shake. All right, put some ice in there. So again, this one's called Turn Your Cameras On, damn it. It's actually a bee's knees, but we're calling it Turn Your Cameras On. Oh. And Joanna, I know your daughter can tell you all about this. She was so great about it, about having her, and I love her so much for that. She always had her camera on. I was just like, you guys, oh my gosh. Like, being live is just so much better. All right, lemon twist. Here we go. Let's rip off a little lemon. So again, this is called the Turn Your Cameras On. It's actually a bee's knees. Bee's knees is a, it's not that complicated of a cocktail to make. It's pretty easy. Oh, that's gonna be some fresh lemon. Cheers, everybody. Turn your cameras on. Oh, with the honey syrup. Oh, and my elderflower. Now that's a little Shetland edition, okay? So I've added that a little bit. This is a bee's knees. Turn your cameras on. Excuse me.
Bee's knees?
Yeah, actually, I would have been all over that.
What was this, like, for real?
Turn your cameras on. Yeah, cameras on.
Cameras on.
Camera's on, stinker. Okay. All right. Next. Oh, this one's really fun. I like this one. So this next one is called, we're calling it Old Fashioned Learning, but it's actually Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Okay, so this was created by the great Joaquin Simon, who is, he's either his family, he's from Mexico. And Oaxaca, you guys, is where this beautiful spirit called mezcal, this is where mezcal is made. And so for those of you not familiar with mezcal, it's kind of like tequila, but it's way better. So they take the piña and they roast it underground. You know, like if you've ever been to a luau, they take the pig and they stick it underground and you just roast it underground with a little bit of salt and it's like love. Imagine doing the same thing with the same plant, the agave. And they chop off all and what's left is the piña and they roast the piña and then they make this. Mezcal, I'm telling you, needs to be the new whiskey. It's so good. So we're gonna make a Oaxaca Old Fashioned. You're gonna love this. So it's Old Fashioned Learning, we're calling it, but it's a Oaxaca Old Fashioned. So, and we're of course going to use agave nectar. So we're gonna use a ½ ounce of agave nectar instead of sugar. Like in a standard Old Fashioned, you would use sugar, right? So hopefully I'll get some people back. This is a Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Where the hell was I? All right, so I did that. I did my sweetener. I did my ango. And now, damn, I don't even know what I've got. 1.5 ounces of mezcal. Okay, and then let's see, what did I make last time? We did okay, Teresa's back. All right, that's good. Maybe we'll get some folks back. I'm gonna go quick in case this thing dies, y'all. All right, and then a scant 1 ounce of tequila. What is left? And okay. And ice and stir. That's it. Easy. All right, ice, stir, boom. Whoo! Stir it up, Buttercup. Let's go. All right. Well, hopefully I'll get my viewers back. We decided to use, instead of my phone as the Wi-Fi, we're using my wife's. We'll see if that works. So once again, we're making Old Fashioned Learning. This is actually a Oaxaca Old Fashioned. All right. Oh, terrible. Terrible flavor. No one should ever make this ever again. Do you think there's any matches around here, you guys?
What?
Because I'm supposed to flame the orange.
I have the fire thing.
Do you have a clicker?
Up there? Run.
That'd be great.
The green.
Might as well. I mean, we could try it. Is there a clicker? Yes. All right, let's try to flame the orange. So, we're gonna try to, usually I use a match because you may get the butane flavor. Okay. Get this going. And you're supposed to
5-second round.
flame the orange. Flame your orange peel. Okay, close enough. So I flamed the orange peel, Joaquin. Here we go. This is the Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Cheers. Oh, damn. That's so good. It was stinking brilliant on his part to say, oh, let's use mezcal instead of bourbon.
Spell Oaxaca though?
O-A-X.
O-A-X-A-C-A.
Yeah!
All right, 2 more. I can try to get this done. Hopefully we won't lose our internet. Hopefully we get our friends back. So sorry that things died. Okay, what's left? All right. Oh, okay. Hybrid learning sucks. That's our next cocktail. It's actually a sidecar, but we are going to repurpose it a little bit. And so we're going to start with our honey syrup. We're using a lot of honey syrup today. 1/2 ounce of honey syrup. Drop that in. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. The Sidecar is it's one of the cocktails. It's like a historic, kind of a thing. But I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So what I'm going to make on the hybrid deal, because the idea with hybrid is, let's have some children live and some on Zoom. that'll be amazing. Actually, no, it sucked really bad. It sucked for the kids who were there live because my attention was divided to the Zoomers and all that. And the Zoomers, I mean, it was, we did our best. We did our best, but it was really sad and it was just false. It was false for the kids who were live and it was false for the kids who were remote. So it was just an awful experience. And I'm very grateful that my district is going back to just full in-person instruction with a hybrid, with a distance option if you want to go that route full time kind of a thing. But we're a high school district. All right. So at any rate, we are going to hybrid out some of the specs. So we're going to go with 3/4 of an ounce. This is naranja liqueur. This is the best orange liqueur to make margaritas. This is it's like Cointreau, but they used to call it Controy. It's just like so now they make it naranja because they got in trouble because they even the bottle kind of looks like Cointreau, right? So we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of that, and then I'm doing 3/4 of an ounce of Grand Marnier. So the specs again, I'm hybriding out the both of the modifiers. But the base spirits, we're gonna do an ounce of cognac. The original Sidecar cocktail is cognac. So I'm gonna do an ounce of cognac and an ounce of my favorite bourbon in the entire world, Buffalo Trace. So we are going to do that, 2 ounces of that. We are doing well. Just need some ice. Oh, here we go. Big ol' ice. There we go. Big ol' rock of ice. I'm trying to start turning it upside down because it doesn't hurt as much. Still got a high shake. All right, turn me over. Snap you off. All right, and then usually you would serve this in a coupe up, but because I'm by the beach, I'm just gonna pour all this in there, and I'm gonna actually do an orange coin on the side of this, a nice big fat orange coin, half, whatever you want to call it, because it's got orange. All right. Hybrid learning sucks. It's actually a Shetland Sidecar. Cheers.
Do you want to try this one? This is an adult grown-up drink.
Oh,
I redundanted myself.
You don't like that one.
He's not treating me right now.
Oh!
Give me that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I just remembered it. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
What's this?
that's good, right? That is
What's the teacher
my...
name for this?
What's that? Hybrid learning sucks.
Hybrid learning sucks. But
Yeah. We originally called it the hybrid, but now we're calling it hybrid learning sucks.
Cool.
What's
All right.
in the hybrid?
Bunch of stuff. All right. The last one is originally the Too Soon cocktail created by the great Sam Ross. We're calling this one, sorry if there's ever any children watching this show, this one's called the Fuck Zoom, because this is what we feel about Zoom right now, okay?
What's in the
So
sidecar, babe?
it's a bunch of stuff. Ask me later. All right. Our sweetening agent, we're gonna start with 1/2 ounce of agave nectar. The original specs calls for simple syrup, but I like to use agave nectar because it's a little, it's not quite as like, I don't know, it's a little smoother of a sweetener. Oh, and then that's right, I need orange slices. So this is really cool. So this actually has orange in it, all right? This is just really good. And how this comes about is the 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. This is a liqueur called Cynar, and Cynar is an Italian liqueur that has artichoke as one of its botanicals, okay? Which makes it kind of challenging because artichoke is very earthy, and I was struggling to find a cocktail to make with this spirit, and it is rough. But the great Sam Ross, the inventor of the paper plane and the inventor of the penicillin, came up with this, and it's super killer. So he calls it the too soon, and we're calling it the zoom because we're done with zoom. So an ounce of Chinar in. We got our lemon, and then I'm gonna alter the original specs just a little bit, and I'm gonna go with a little bit more gin. I'm actually gonna go with 1.5 ounces of gin, a scant 1.5 ounces, so a little less than 1.5 ounces. Okay, and then we just shake it up and put it in a blender. Pretty good. So let's put some ice, do a bunch of ice, and then we're just, I would usually serve this in a coupe, and I would serve it up, but because I'm doing it this way, we're gonna do it just a little bit different. All right, this one's on the rocks. It's not supposed to be, but you can just put all that in the orange. It kind of looks like a Madman Draper version of an Old Fashioned from the 1960s. So this is the boom. Cheers.
You're the responsible one, right?
Oh my goodness. I brought orange juice to use. We were in Vegas last weekend, and we were sitting at this pretty rad craft cocktail bar, and I just kept throwing cocktails at the bartender. This guy in his like late 20s, early 30s. It was pretty fun to go, can you make me a too soon? You know, and he was like, oh, he looked up the specs and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, just use orange, whatever. It was really fun. So this is really great. If you use the original specs and you actually put the orange slices in there, you're getting the oils from the orange. You could muddle them, but I don't think you need to. And it's pretty killer. The too soon. Very citrus. You get that bite of the Chinar in there. The artichoke comes through. It's sweet. It's sour. It's not over boozy. You can tell it's a cocktail, and it's really great. So, whew, thanks again for joining me again this week, everyone. Sorry, we had some connection problems, so I know I had an audience on the first half. I don't know if you'll ever see the second half. But this will be posted on my YouTube channel, which is now live, called Free the Poor. So check me out. Please subscribe and like, and we'll see you next time.
Great job, Rob!